Afternoon, VC. Some really great news in the record world here in Charlotte. Mr. Luke Stemmerman has reopened Premium Sound. It was located in Tip Top Daily Market off Plaza, and it has now come back but moved over onto Central into a guitar shop. So when you go in there, there's a bunch of guitars on the wall, guitar accessories, a lot of amps. They repair amps in there as well, it appears. But Luke's set up shop in there with the record store. And it'd been, I don't know, 6 months or so between time. And so he'd been accumulating records or putting up some of his personal stock for sale to get things back going. But there's a lot of new in there and quality new records, like desirable titles in all genres. So yeah, it's stoked to have him back. I'm going to quickly go through this giant stack of records that I got from Luke yesterday. Yeah. First record, this was marked $3. Pharoah Sanders, Deaf, Dumb, and Blind on the Impulse, ABC Impulse label. This is an original first pressing. It is in very rough condition, but I'm going to run this through the groove washer and kit and see how it turns out. The bottom is seam split. It's got a lot of wear on the cover, but what are you gonna do? It's not too shabby. It's got a little bit of discoloration and whatnot on it, but hell, $3. I'm not leaving an original Pharoah record behind for no reason there. I have a very beautiful reissue of this. It sounds great. So that was just kind of a collection grab. This probably came from Luke's personal collection. I've picked up a lot of the X records from him before, and he said that's where they came from. But the X and Brass Unbound Enormous Door is original pressing from the Netherlands. One of my favorite punk bands of all time, the X. I've talked about them a ton. But it is the full group with Brass Unbound, which includes Mats Gustafsson on baritone sax, Ken Vandermark, tenor and baritone sax and clarinet, Walter Werbos, trombone, and Roy Paci, trumpet. So yeah, you add all that into the fire that is the X, and you get a killer LP. Next, this is a band I've had a few of their records on the want list forever. Very difficult to come across. I believe they're out of New Hampshire. Great punk band, The Queers. This is Love Songs for the Retarded. Really funny name for an album. 16 cuts, really good punk. This is not a first pressing. This is like a 2009 on, I think this is on gray vinyl. I'll show it to you. Still, there's only like one on Discogs, and it goes for near $100, and this is like half. So I grabbed this. It's in beautiful shape to add to the punk spins in this house. This is one of their early albums. Next, this one was a cool one to find. Someone, and I can't remember who it was, just showed this record and talked about it. The Stranglers, black and white. This is a UK original. There were a few different issues of this record in the UK in the original year. This particular copy is really nice. The White United Artists label, along with the 7-inch, which is really cool. They did release quite a few of these with a 7-inch, and it is the white vinyl on 7-inch. Everybody should know this record. Stranglers, out of the UK. It's post-punk. Unwound, The Future of What. Dom just saw this band. Great band out of Olympia, Washington. Of course, they're on Kill Rock Stars, the label out of said town. I have the reissue of this, a really good one from probably Numero Group, or I forget who put those out. But anyway, this is an original first pressing, and it was cheap, so I grabbed it. Love this band. Drummer, she is a killer. And there's a lot here, so I'm kind of trying to fly through them. This is Jaw Wobble, The Edge, Holder Zukai, Snake Charmer. This is an original first pressing on Island. Jackie Libzit from Can is in the mix on this, which is why I grabbed this. He's just such a killer drummer. Gotta get into this one. The last Holger Zukai record I bought was bonkers and sounded like circus music. I got it in LA and I ended up trading it in, but this was one I almost picked up prior, so I'm pretty sure I sampled it and dug it. So big group on this one. I'm not sure the year. Next, this is a remastered reissue on None Such of Ioannis Xenakis electroacoustic music. Alex advised this is a great one. Looking forward to getting into this one here today. Got one side long cut on side A, some shorter tracks on side B. Recorded in Paris. Mr. Xenakis. Great electro classical stuff. Some sweet Brazilian vibes here from Gal Costa. This is on Yashima disc. These are kind of hard to find now. There's only like one on Discogs. And I guess John Digital Gramophone advised me that he's got the same copy. But Luke just happens to have a bunch of titles on this label. This is a limited edition press. It's fantastic Brazilian stuff, and she recently passed not too far back. Some Gal Costa. I didn't have a lot of her stuff in the collection, so I was happy to find that. Here's a fairly new release that I'd been meaning to pick up. James Brandon Lewis Trio. And involved with them are some guest appearances from Joel Ollie and Brenton Canty from Fugazi, of all people. James Brandon Lewis, one of the best modern day jazz musicians going. I gotta thank Michael at Notes and Tones for turning me on to him. Chris Hoffman's on cello and pedals, Max Jabe on drums and sensory percussion. Fantastic stuff. This is Eye of I is the name of the record, and kind of a wild cover. And let's see, this one's a gatefold. I'll show you that. It's a nice piece of vinyl. Pictures of the band and stuff. Let's see. There's a few more left here. I think I picked up a dozen records from Luke, and there was a bunch I left behind. So the shop is back in full swing. Sounds like he's taking, used records if you have them. So that's, normal deal. This was a cool one that I found that I've been wanting to find. The Cramps Psychedelic Jungle. This is 1981 Netherlands pressing too. Not a first press, but a same year as the original. Killer rockabilly type stuff. I love this. The first song, "Don't Eat Stuff Off the Sidewalk." What a great name for a track. Cramps. picked up this metal album just because I had checked them out after learning about this band from the guys that get out there very early in line at Noble for the metal stuff. And they're out of Sweden, I believe. And I checked out a lot of records of theirs online. This is the only one that I dug was their first record, the sound on this. I just thought it was better songs all the way around. That's Bathory. Killer cover. And the original cover has the yellow goat. So this is not an original. Originals go for a shit ton, but it is a Sweden boot from I think 2010. So stoked to find that. I think even these are tough to find. Black Mark label, unofficial press. So that was cheap. And then last but not least, Cave In reissued Until Your Heart Stops. I used to have this on CD. This is their heavier screamo-y sound in the earlier days. Not my favorite record from them. My friend Joe found an original years ago on eBay before the boom for $50, and that was a steal that he had there. But double LP. They reissued this in a box set format, a 4 LP format. I would have loved to have gotten the 4 LP, but I did get the double LP. It is in red and blue. And they have them in here very nicely, so I'll show you them. Red, some cool custom Cave-In labels. And they're cut at 45 RPM. And spaced it out over 2 LPs, which is cool. So it sounds really good. Here's the kind of an aqua blue, if you can see that, really cool. From Boston area's Cave-In, we saw last summer at the Orange Peel in Ash Vegas. Phenomenal gig. Stoked they reissued this because the originals now are in the hundreds, I think. So yeah, nice quality. Reissue is always welcome with this kind of stuff for me. Relapse Records did a great job on this. And that's what I picked up at the new Premium Sound. Hope you're well. Peace.